Mike is going to talk about a huge win from the FTC on today's Not So Critical update.
I'm not certain it's a win yet, but it's a step in the right direction. The FTC is suing the data firm Kocheva over the sale of information that would allow people to be individually and physically tracked back to their homes following a visit to a church or a medical facility, or really anywhere. In its lawsuit, the FTC includes a screenshot of the Kocheva data that's available, which is for sale via Amazon Web Services data marketplace. And it includes the unique mobile advertising ID linked to a specific device, as well as that device's precise GPS coordinates for any particular point in time. There's almost nothing in place limiting who can purchase this data or how it could be used. This could be particularly concerning in the context of tracking people coming from places of worship or from abortion clinics. Seems pretty bad.
It is. The worst. Wow. Here's the thing about this story, right? There's nothing going on here that hasn't been going on for a very long time, and it's just a little bit. It's sort of, the story is how easy it is to do this. It's been going on for ages. The government buys this kind of data, geolocation data, all the time. They buy phone records, they buy credit card records, and they use it as a loophole because they're not supposed to collect that data themselves. So them going to a market, that Amazon marketplace, it's like you're literally going to Amazon, you buy your pair of socks, some hot sauce, and some geolocation data about people going to abortion clinics, and it's just that easy. So I think it's really highlighted the kind of stuff that's going on. So yeah, sorry, can I just say one thing about this whole abortion nightmare that's happening in the US right now? One of the few heartening facts about it to me was that all the polls have shown that 70% or more of Americans are against restricting reproductive rights, right? So the masses of people, and that hardly ever happens in America, as far as I know. There's very few issues which people actually genuinely have like a huge majority on.
I'm not sure that's true.
Really? Oh,
there are a lot of issues that the American people agree on that never make it into legislation because there's no incentive for the two parties to get on board.
Oh, okay, maybe I just don't hear about those things.
Well, gun control is a good example. A vast majority of Americans favor what they call common sense gun reforms, but that's never gone anywhere. Americans overwhelmingly want medical or the legalization of marijuana or decriminalization of marijuana at the very least. If you look at, God, okay, I wish I could think of more issues off the top of my head, but there's a dozen of them.
Okay, well, I take it back. I'm sorry, but still, the point is that it's
socialized medicine, single payer healthcare is a great example. They'll come to me over the course of the show, I'm sure.
so it's weird for me that you have these laws, and then to find out that most people don't want them, and I think it's heartening to an outsider to hear that. So yeah, the fact that this stuff has been going on, to get back to the story, is it's business as usual, really.
What I'm hoping will play out thanks to this abortion nightmare, anti-abortion nightmare. What I hope will come from this is the realization, because this is a really good example of terrible data collection and how it can be used. And maybe, possibly, slim chance, but possibly this could also cause better laws to be put in place to protect people and their data. Will it happen? Probably not, because like Mike's really good argument was there is no incentive. And when politicians are able to be bought, why should they? That's the and this is on both sides, right? The left-leaning politicians will only do things that will get them votes, and that's a huge problem that Democrats themselves will admit, and supporters and left-leaning people will admit, and Republicans and their followers, again, or not their followers, but Republican leadership will also only do things that will get them votes and money, of course. So this will never help, right? You could say, well, I'm me as a potential president, congressperson, I will make privacy super important. And us three will be like, yay. And the rest of the people are going to be like, who? Like, what?
I think there is a small amount of potential for something to happen as a result of this, which is for which is as an example, for someone on either side of the party as a political exercise to buy some of this data and start showing up the people who are prominently anti-abortion, whose daughters and wives and relatives have been going to abortion clinics, clearly.
Yeah.
And I think there will be I would guess there would be a quite swift reaction of, oh, what? No, how did you get this data? Nobody should have access to this data. This is just wrong.
The John Oliver treatment. Yeah.
Except nothing came of that.
Exactly. That's exactly what I thought as well.
I hope both of you are right, but also that's why I introduced it as kind of a broader issue, which they say in the article, is that it's not just people going to abortion clinics; it's people going anywhere. If you want the government to know that you go to a specific church and they can follow you home, you might be concerned by that. If you attended a political rally in early January and the government could track your phone back to your home, that might bother you. There are any number of reasons why you might not want the government to track you. And even if you looked at an abortion clinic and said, yeah, let's figure out who those people are. Okay, except we can figure out who goes to your church, who goes to your rallies, who goes to wherever that you may or may not want tracked yourself.
It's not just a political thing as well. I don't know how much this data costs, but I would imagine for a small enough geographic area, it's probably not very much. So for a few $100, I reckon I could get a bunch of different advertising IDs. And if I were a stalker and particularly interested in someone close to me who I could look on their phone and find out the ad ID, just doing a lookup for that ID, it's got horrible.
But you wouldn't even need the ad ID. Or sorry, you wouldn't even need the connection between the ad ID and the person and their phone. I'll tell you why. And this is good awareness for people who are watching. If I have real-time GPS, I'm a stalker. I know where they live. All I got to do is find their fucking address. Boom, I know who they are, right? So like, no need to look through their phone. No need to do anything like that. And the worst part is that this is totally legal. Yeah, I'm just cross-referencing public data with more public data.
Yeah. What Mike mentioned earlier when he was introducing the story was that, and they could do this without any restrictions. Well, yeah, there are no restrictions on any of this shit. Like, you could buy anything. It could be selling a list of people. We talked about it before in another episode. So some of these people sell data packages of personas, like yummy mummies and I don't know, early teens,
wine milfs or whatever it was.
Yummy mummies.
And it's all like they take the different attributes and they kind of make profiles of people, and then they sell packages of data of people who meet those profiles. And it's just a marketplace. It's exactly that. I actually haven't checked out Amazon's data marketplace before, but now I'm going to go and have a look. I'm going to see if I can find anybody who likes wearing basketball caps in the and has glasses and a beard. Probably he likes to go to beard shops. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out if I could see where.
Without doxing Mike, I bet you I could find Mike's ID.
I bet we could.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm now going to be putting my phone in a Faraday cage whenever I go out.
You don't already?
No. Do you know what? There was one thing I really hoped I'd see at Black Hat was people giving away mini Faraday cages. Yeah. I saw one piece of swag where it was like a cool little Ziploc thing, and inside it was, a wire mesh that would block any things out. I thought, yeah, that would be awesome. Also, and I've said this to our company, insoles. Any company that is giving away insoles at their booth will have like everybody visiting them
for shoes.
For shoes, yeah.
Okay.
It's something like Black Hat. I walked an average of about 16 kilometers a day just around the hotel complex in the convention area. And everybody's complaining about having to walk a lot. So a nice pair of insoles, fuck it, I'm going to go and visit that company. That is genius.